All right, you know how it is when you're trying to get healthier. Sometimes it feels like navigating uh, just a jungle gym of conflicting advice and endless workout fads. You scroll through social media and it's cut all carbs. The next minute, it's like eat only berries, but only organic, hand-picked ones.
Mhm.
It's enough to make you feel completely overwhelmed before you even tie your shoelaces, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's so easy to get caught in that cycle, that information overload where every expert seems to contradict the last one. You hear about these extreme diets or, grueling workout regimens that sound utterly exhausting. And your immediate thought is, there's just no way I can keep that up long term.
Hmm.
That sheer volume of often unrealistic information becomes a real barrier to actually starting, or maybe more importantly, sticking with a plan that truly works for your life.
Well, that's exactly why we're here today, diving deep into clarity and sustainable action. I'm Dan.
And I'm Michelle.
And we are thrilled to welcome you to Radio BFit, where we really try to cut through the noise and bring you genuinely actionable insights. We're about to embark on a deep dive into something truly practical, something that offers a clear, achievable path forward.
Welcome you to a very special deep dive. It's designed to give you exactly that, a clear, sustainable path to feeling better and, achieving results that actually last. Today, we're unpacking a fantastic resource, a 30-day weight loss challenge, a realistic plan for lasting results. What's so compelling about this challenge, I think, is its foundation. It's built on consistency and realistic steps, rather than those drastic, temporary measures you see everywhere. It's honestly a game changer for anyone looking to make genuine progress without the usual struggle.
Right. Our mission today is to extract the most important nuggets of knowledge from this plan, like the real gems. We're looking for the genuinely actionable steps, a profound why behind them. And crucially, how you can truly integrate these changes into your life without feeling like you're constantly fighting against yourself. We want to provide you with a shortcut, sort of, to being well-informed on building healthy habits, making it feel less like a chore and more like an exciting journey towards a better, more energized you.
Exactly. This deep dive is for you if you're tired of those quick fixes and extreme measures that ultimately just lead to burnout. It's about finding a sustainable way to reset your habits, boost your energy, and achieve results that stick. We're going to dive into the core principles of this 30-day challenge, which really sets itself apart from the usual fad advice you might stumble upon. It's built on a philosophy of realistic long-term change, and honestly, that's such a breath of fresh air in today's health landscape.
So let's start with the big picture. When we think about weight loss, for many of us, it immediately conjures images of, well, crash diets, extreme restrictions, or endless hours just pounding the pavement at the gym. It's often associated with deprivation and a sense of, punishing ourselves into a smaller size. But our source material really challenges this entire paradigm, doesn't it? It suggests losing weight doesn't have to mean any of those things.
Precisely, yeah. If we connect this to the broader landscape of wellness, the article emphatically argues that true weight loss and sustainable wellness are fundamentally about building healthy habits that actually fit into your life.
Fit into your life, that's key.
It really is. It's about setting yourself up for long-term success, not just a temporary drop in numbers. And this raises an important question for us. Why do so many traditional approaches, particularly those promising rapid results, so often fail? More often than not, it's because they demand too much, too fast, which leads to this unsustainable cycle of deprivation, maybe metabolic slowdown, definitely psychological burnout, and ultimately just giving up. They're built on this lose weight fast mentality that fundamentally misunderstands how our bodies and minds adapt. Like when you restrict heavily, your body responds by lowering its metabolic rate, which makes it harder to lose weight and frankly easier to regain it once you inevitably return to more normal eating patterns.
Right, the rebound.
Exactly. And psychologically, constantly feeling deprived, it leads to intense cravings and this huge sense of failure when you break the diet.
Here's where it gets really interesting, though. This challenge promises to help you reset habits, lose weight sustainably, and feel more energized, without that dreaded burnout you just highlighted. It's focusing on real, nourishing food, consistent, enjoyable movement, and practical, everyday consistency, rather than pushing you to those unsustainable extremes. This approach isn't just about shedding pounds, it's about a profound mental shift, really. It liberates you from those soul-crushing cycles of guilt and perceived failure, moving the focus from deprivation to actively forming positive habits that truly serve your long-term well-being. It's about making health an integrated, supportive part of your life, not some separate, painful project you constantly battle.
And this brings us beautifully to the central premise of the program, the habit-forming power of 30 days. What's fascinating here is the psychological backing for this specific time frame. The 21 30-day window for habit formation isn't arbitrary. It's actually widely supported by behavioral science. Yeah, research suggests that this period is often sufficient for new neural pathways to strengthen, which makes new behaviors less of a conscious effort and more, automatic. So this makes the 30-day challenge an ideal structure to create lasting changes, because it's enough time for new behaviors to become ingrained and feel natural. But it's not so long that your initial motivation completely wanes or you feel overwhelmed by the sheer duration.
Right.
It strikes that critical balance, a kind of sweet spot for behavioral change, where consistency can genuinely take root.
So what does this all mean for you, our listener? It means we're not just trying to shed pounds. We're essentially reprogramming our daily routines for the better. This isn't about relying on brute force willpower forever. It's not sustainable. It's about building a solid, ingrained foundation of healthy actions that eventually take less mental effort to perform. Think about it. How many New Year's resolutions had just fizzled out by February? Because they lacked this critical habit-building phase. This plan is specifically designed to help you establish those habits, to get them on autopilot so they become part of who you are. Rather than something you constantly have to force yourself to do, it transitions from something you have to do to something you just do naturally.
This approach also underscores another crucial point: small, realistic adjustments for big results. And this raises an important question for you. Are you tired of feeling like you have to completely turn your life upside down to see any progress? This challenge suggests a gentler, far more integrated method. It's about the cumulative impact rather than those dramatic, unsustainable shifts. Instead of a complete overhaul that feels daunting and often leads to quickly giving up, it's about making tiny, manageable adjustments that add up significantly over time. Each small win builds confidence, it reinforces positive behavior, and it makes the next small adjustment feel even more achievable. It's about showing yourself that small, consistent steps can lead to profound, lasting victories.
Exactly. The beauty is truly in the realistic part. We're talking about changes you can genuinely stick to, even on a busy Tuesday evening when life throws you a curveball. Not just during some intense boot camp week where your entire life is put on hold.
Right, real life.
It's about making those small, achievable wins that build momentum and confidence. Rather than aiming for perfection and then getting discouraged when you inevitably fall short. For instance, instead of aiming for an hour of intense cardio every single day, which might be unsustainable for many, the plan might suggest something like a brisk 30-minute walk. This approach makes the journey feel less like a grueling sprint and more like a steady, enjoyable walk, allowing you to appreciate the process as much as the outcome.
Okay, so before you even dive into the day-to-day of the challenge, the article emphasizes a really critical first step: setting yourself up for success. And that journey begins with clarity, specifically defining your goal. What's fascinating here is the emphasis on being specific and looking beyond just a number on the scale.
Yeah, that's important.
It really is. It's not just a vague idea of losing weight. It's about being precise. Do you want to lose 10 pounds? Do you want to feel more energized throughout your day? Or perhaps improve your fitness level so you can, hike that specific trail you've been eyeing? This specificity gives you a tangible target, which is absolutely crucial for maintaining motivation when the initial novelty wears off. So this raises an important question for you. What's your deep-seated why for starting this journey? What truly motivates you beyond just a number? Maybe it's playing with your kids without getting winded, or improving your sleep quality, or simply feeling more confident in your own skin.
That's spot on. It's not just lose weight. It's about losing 10 pounds by the end of the 30 days, perhaps.
Wait.
Or being able to walk up 3 flights of stairs without getting winded. That's a great one. Or having enough sustained energy to be present and active with your family in the evening. That specificity makes your goal real, measurable, and, importantly, achievable for you. And crucially, it means your goals don't have to be solely weight-related.
Absolutely not.
Maybe it's about achieving better, more restorative sleep, or improving your mood and reducing stress, or simply building more stamina for daily tasks. These non-weight goals, often called non-scale victories, can be incredibly powerful motivators, sometimes even more so than the scale itself, because they directly impact your quality of life. They connect your efforts to tangible improvements you feel every single day.
Following on from that, the challenge smartly guides you to track your progress beyond the scale. If we connect this to the bigger picture, Relying solely on the scale can be incredibly demotivating. Your weight can fluctuate daily due to hydration levels, hormonal shifts, even the type of food you ate the day before.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And none of that has anything to do with actual fat loss. The article wisely suggests using multiple metrics for tracking. So, yes, you can track your weight, maybe once a week, but also track your body measurements in inches. Take progress photos every week or two. These provide a much more holistic, accurate view of your body's changes. They reveal muscle gain or fat loss that the scale might not capture. This multifaceted approach encourages a broader perspective on progress and validates those changes that might not immediately show up in pounds lost, but are just as significant indicators of improved health.
So what does this all mean for you, the listener? Don't let the scale be your only judge. Please don't. It's a single data point in a much larger, more nuanced story. Instead, celebrate those non-scale victories we just mentioned.
Yeah.
Feeling more energetic throughout your day, sleeping better through the night, noticing your clothes fitting differently, more comfortably, having clearer skin, experiencing improved digestion, or just feeling stronger and more capable during your daily activities.
These are huge wins. They are often more indicative of true, lasting health shifts than a fluctuating number on a scale. Actively celebrating these smaller yet profound improvements can sustain your motivation and show you the broader positive impact of healthy habits on your daily life, which is far more rewarding and motivating than focusing on a single, potentially frustrating metric.
Next up, the challenge emphasizes a kitchen overhaul, which is a brilliant strategy for setting your environment up for success. This raises an important question about environmental control. Our dietary choices are heavily influenced by what's readily available and easily accessible to us.
Totally. If it's there, you'll eat it.
Exactly. Think about it. If a bag of chips is on the counter, you're far more likely to grab it than if you have to go out and buy it. By proactively removing high-sugar, processed trigger foods from your environment and stocking healthy alternatives, you're essentially building a supportive environment, one that makes healthy choices easier and less about constant willpower. It's about setting yourself up for success before the cravings even hit, reducing that mental battle over food. It's a powerful strategy that shifts the struggle from your mind to your pantry.
Absolutely. Let's unpack this a bit further. This is about proactive preparation, creating a health-promoting sanctuary in your own home. The mantra here is simple. If it's not in the pantry, you can't eat it. Simple as that. So this means doing a proper kitchen overhaul, really going through your fridge and cupboards, remove the obvious temptations, sodas, sugary juices, highly processed snacks, candy, sugary cereals, and those tempting processed baked goods. Just get them out.
Out they go.
Then fill that space with vibrant, nutrient-dense options. Think colorful, fresh produce berries, leafy greens, crisp bell peppers, crunchy carrots. Stock up on lean proteins like chicken breast, fish, eggs, Greek yogurt, and plant-based options like tofu and lentils. Don't forget healthy fats like avocados, nuts, seeds, olive oil. This simple yet profound step drastically reduces the mental load of making healthy decisions every single day. It makes it almost effortless to choose wisely. And finally, before you officially begin, the challenge encourages thoughtful workout planning, specifically finding joy in movement. What's fascinating here is the emphasis on enjoyment and sustainability. Exercise should never feel like punishment. If it does, you're far less likely to stick with it.
Definitely not.
When you find activities you genuinely like, adherence dramatically increases because it transforms from a chore into something you actually look forward to. So this raises an important question for you. What moves you, literally? What kind of physical activity brings you joy, makes you feel alive, or simply feels good in your body?
This is where it gets really interesting for many people, I think. This isn't about forcing yourself onto a treadmill for an hour if you absolutely dread every second of it. Don't do that.
We don't.
It's about finding your movement. Maybe it's dancing freely to your favorite music in your living room. Maybe it's exploring local hiking trails and connecting with nature. Perhaps it's a brisk walk through your neighborhood while listening to a great podcast like this one. It could be swimming, cycling, playing a sport, practicing yoga. The key is to choose activities you genuinely enjoy and, crucially, can stick to. Experiment to find what fits your personality, your energy levels, your lifestyle best. Make exercise a source of pleasure and empowerment, not dread or obligation. This personalized approach is what transforms a temporary fitness stint into a lifelong love of movement.
Okay, now let's dive into the weekly blueprint. because this challenge really excels at building habits incrementally, which, as we've discussed, is absolutely key for lasting change. It breaks down the 30 days into these manageable phases, allowing you to layer new habits on top of established ones. It's quite smart.
Yeah, it is. Let's start with week 1, the Foundation Nutrition and Movement Reset. This week is all about small, impactful changes to just set the stage.
Right. The first core idea for week 1 is to eat protein with every meal. If we connect this to the bigger picture, protein is crucial not just for building muscle, but profoundly for satiety and metabolic health.
Satiety, yeah, feeling full.
Exactly. It significantly helps keep you full longer, which naturally reduces the urge to snack unnecessarily between meals. But beyond that, protein has a higher thermic effect of food, or THEF, than carbs or fats, meaning your body actually burns more calories simply digesting it.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And importantly, it helps preserve lean muscle mass, which is that metabolically active tissue that burns more calories at rest than fat does. This makes it absolutely essential for a healthy metabolism, especially when you're looking to lose weight. Practically, this could mean starting your day with eggs or Greek yogurt, having lean chicken or tofu in your lunch salad, fish or beans for dinner, simple swaps.
Building on that, sometimes the simplest changes have the biggest impact, and plain old water is truly a superpower for your body. The challenge suggests aiming for 2-3 liters daily. Hydration is often overlooked, but it's fundamental for almost every bodily function.
Yeah.
From energy levels, nutrient transport, digestion, to flushing out toxins, and even supporting brain function.
It's huge.
It really is. And many times what we perceive as hunger is actually just thirst. A pro tip to make this easier. If plain water feels boring, try adding slices of lemon, cucumber, mint, maybe a few berries, for a refreshing natural flavor boost. Keep a water bottle handy throughout the day just to remind you to sip regularly.
Still within week 1, the challenge emphasizes cutting out sugary drinks. This raises an important question about those hidden calories and nutritional value, or lack thereof. Sugary drinks, whether it's soda, sweetened teas, even many fruit juices, often offer a significant amount of empty calories without providing any real satiety or nutrient.
Empty calories, exactly.
They lead to rapid blood sugar spikes, followed by crashes, which can trigger cravings and overeating. Replacing them with sparkling water, unsweetened tea, or just plain water can drastically reduce your calorie intake from these liquid calories. And it helps stabilize your blood sugar levels, preventing those energy dips and subsequent cravings.
And for movement in week 1, the goal is delightfully straightforward. Move for 30 minutes daily. Now, this isn't about breaking a sweat every day or pushing yourself to exhaustion, not yet anyway. It's purely about building consistency and making movement a non-negotiable part of your routine.
Just get it in.
Exactly. This could be a brisk walk around the block, some gentle stretching, doing a beginner yoga flow, or even light bodyweight strength training. The consistency is what matters most here, establishing that daily habit of moving your body, which lays a crucial foundation for more intense activity later on. It's about showing your body that daily movement is now the norm.
Another core idea for week 1 is to eat more whole foods. This means consciously swapping out highly processed snacks and meals for nutrient-dense options. Think fresh veggies, a handful of nuts, seeds, fruits, lean protein sources, the good stuff. A fantastic pro tip from the source to make this easier: batch cook meals.
Oh, batch cooking is a lifesaver.
Oh, it really is. Grill a larger batch of chicken breast, prepare a big pot of quinoa, roast a tray of mixed veggies like broccoli and bell peppers at the beginning of the week. This way, you have healthy components ready to assemble into quick, balanced meals in minutes. It drastically reduces the effort of making healthy choices during busy weekdays when time and energy are short. It's truly a game changer for consistency.
All right, let's progress to week 2. Stepping up strength and portion control. This week is about building on the foundation of week 1, boosting your metabolism, and fine-tune your diet even further.
Right. What's fascinating here is the introduction of strength training. It's a true game changer for metabolism and long-term fat loss. Seriously. While cardio is great for heart health, muscle burns significantly more calories at rest than fat does.
That resting metabolism boost.
Exactly. By adding 2 to 3 strength training sessions per week, whether using simple bodyweight exercises like squats and push-ups, resistance bands, or actual weights, you're actively building this metabolically active tissue. This not only sculpts your body, but creates that afterburn effect known as EPC, excess post-exercise oxygen consumption. where your body continues to burn calories at an elevated rate for hours after your workout.
And to really fine-tune your diet and optimize nutrient intake, Week 2 introduces a practical approach to controlling portions. This is about more than just restricting food. It's about achieving balance. The plate method is a fantastic visual guide, and it kind of removes the need for meticulous counting, which can be tedious.
Very visual.
Aim for roughly 50% of your plate filled with non-starchy vegetables. Think greens, broccoli, peppers. Then 25% with lean protein and 25% with whole grains or starchy vegetables, like sweet potatoes or quinoa. This ensures you're getting a good mix of fiber, protein, and complex carbohydrates, promoting satiety and preventing overeating without feeling deprived.
This week also smartly tackles the common challenge of reducing late-night snacking, and this raises an important question about habit interruption. Often, late-night snacking isn't driven by true physiological hunger. It's more often driven by habit, boredom, stress, or even just, proximity to the couch and the TV.
The couch vortex.
Totally. The challenge offers simple but highly effective tips. Brush your teeth right after dinner, or sip on some soothing herbal tea. These actions can create a clear psychological end to your eating window, signaling to your brain that mealtime is officially over and helping you break that automatic reach for snacks.
And for continued movement, Week 2 suggests tracking your steps, aiming for 8,000, 10,000 daily. This is a great way to incorporate more incidental movement throughout your day, even if you're not doing a dedicated workout session. Small changes like parking a bit further from the store, taking the stairs instead of the elevator, or going for a short walk after dinner, they all add up significantly over the course of a day and week.
They really do.
It boosts your non-exercise activity thermogenesis, or NEAT, which is a key component of your daily calorie burn. Another practical pro tip from the source: use a food journal or a simple app to track portions and stay mindful of your calorie intake for a few days. This isn't about judgment, it's just about building awareness of your eating patterns.
Okay, moving into Week 3. Intensifying and optimizing fat burn and recovery. This is where we kind of kick things up a notch, focusing on burning more fat and ensuring your body has what it needs to rebuild and recover efficiently.
Yeah. What's fascinating here is the strategic addition of HII workouts, high-intensity interval training. HIIT involves short, intense bursts of exercise, followed by brief recovery periods. This type of training is incredibly efficient for fat burning and significantly improves cardiovascular fitness in a short amount of time. It challenges your body in a new and dynamic way.
Gets the heart rate up.
Definitely. Adding just 15-20 minutes of these intense intervals like burpees, jump squats, or sprints a couple of times a week can really push past plateaus you might have encountered with steady-state cardio alone. It creates that significant afterburn effect we mentioned earlier, keeping your metabolism elevated long after you finish.
This week also brings in the powerful practice of eating mindfully. If we connect this to the bigger picture in our fast-paced world, so many of us eat while distracted, barely noticing what or how much we're consuming.
Guilty as charged sometimes.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
Mindful eating is about slowing down, savoring each bite, chewing thoroughly, and really trying to avoid eating in front of screens or while multitasking. It helps you truly experience your food, notice the textures, flavors, aromas, and crucially, become more attuned to your body's hunger and fullness cues. This allows your brain to register satiety more effectively, often leading to naturally eating less without feeling deprived.
And a hugely underrated aspect of health and weight management, which becomes a focus in Week 3, is prioritizing sleep. If we connect this to the bigger picture, getting 7-9 hours of quality sleep per night is absolutely critical. It's not optional.
Not optional at all.
Lack of sleep directly impacts crucial hunger hormones. It elevates ghrelin, which signals hunger, and suppresses leptin, which signals fullness. This hormonal imbalance makes you more likely to crave unhealthy, high-calorie foods and overeat, completely sabotaging your best efforts in the gym and kitchen. Furthermore, poor sleep increases cortisol, the stress hormone, which can promote fat storage, especially around the belly. So make sleep a non-negotiable priority for your health and weight goals. Seriously.
Building on that mindful approach, Week 3 suggests you fine-tune your macros, so adjusting the balance of carbohydrates, protein, and healthy fats based on how you feel. For someone new to this, macros just refers to these 3 macronutrients that provide the bulk of your energy. This is really about listening to your body, becoming a bit of a detective.
Yeah, learning your own signals.
Yeah, exactly. Are you feeling sluggish after certain meals? Perhaps your carb sources aren't optimal for you. Or maybe you might benefit from shifting a few grams of carbs to healthy fats to sustain energy better. Still feeling hungry despite hitting your protein goals? Maybe increasing healthy fats could enhance satiety. It's about learning what combination fuels you best for energy, satiety, and performance. A smart pro tip for this week: keep healthy, pre-portioned snacks handy. Things like hummus and veggie sticks, boiled eggs, or a small handful of almonds for those legitimate hunger pangs between meals.
And finally, we arrive at week 4, mastering and sustaining breaking plateaus and future planning. This week is about maximizing your results from the first 3 weeks and, crucially, planning for the future beyond the initial 30 days.
Right. To continue seeing results and avoid those frustrating plateaus, the core idea for week 4 is to increase workout intensity. This raises an important question about progressive overload. Your body adapts pretty quickly to exercise, so to keep progressing, whether it's building muscle, increasing strength, or burning fat, you need to continually challenge it.
Keep it guessing.
Exactly. This could mean lifting slightly heavier weights in your strength training sessions, adding more repetitions to your sets, shortening your rest periods between exercises, or increasing the duration or intensity of your HI intervals. The goal is to consistently push your boundaries, but always safely, of course, to stimulate continued adaptation and results.
This week also encourages you to refine your diet based on the incredible amount of self-awareness you've hopefully gained by now. This is about dialing in what truly works for your unique body based on the 3 weeks of experience you've gathered. Make small, subtle adjustments to your protein, carb, and fat intake. Observe how these changes impact your energy levels, your hunger cues, your sleep, your overall well-being. This is where the journey becomes truly personalized, shifting from just following a general plan to really understanding your individual needs and preferences.
And in terms of movement, the challenge suggests staying active beyond formal workouts. This means making movement a seamless part of your entire day, not just a dedicated block of time.
Little bits add up.
They really do. Think about incorporating short walks after meals to aid digestion and blood sugar regulation, integrating quick stretching breaks every hour or two if you have a desk job, or doing simple bodyweight moves like squats or lunges throughout the day. This consistent, low-level activity, that NEAT we mentioned, helps maintain a higher metabolic rate, keeps your body feeling good, and reinforces that overall active lifestyle. A critical pro tip for week 4: take dedicated time to reflect. Reflect on what worked best for you throughout the entire challenge. What habits felt natural? What aspects were more challenging? Then, create a concrete plan for sustaining those positive results and continuing your progress beyond these initial 30 days. This self-assessment is vital for long-term autonomous success.
What's truly fascinating here is the forward-thinking approach that this challenge takes.
Yeah.
The goal isn't just to complete 30 days and then, poof, revert to old habits.
Right, not a temporary thing.
No. It's to make these changes permanent and continue evolving. This raises an important question for you, our listener. What's your next health milestone? What will you aim for in the next 30 days, building on this incredibly solid foundation you've established? It's about seeing this as a powerful launch pad for lifelong wellness, not just a finish line. The 30 days are really just the beginning of a transformed lifestyle.
Okay, moving on to the practical side of nutrition. The guide provides a clear what-to-eat blueprint, and it emphasizes that this journey is really beyond restrictions. The core philosophy here is to focus on nutrient-dense foods, rather than drastically cutting calories or eliminating entire food groups, which often backfires.
Quality over quantity.
Exactly. If we connect this to the bigger picture, it's truly about quality over quantity. Nutrient-dense foods, those rich in vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, fiber, they don't just provide essential support for overall health and bodily functions, they also contribute significantly to satiety, feeling full and satisfied. When your body receives the micronutrients it needs, it feels more satisfied, which makes calorie counting less critical and those intense cravings less frequent. This leads to a more intuitive, sustainable, and frankly enjoyable way to approach eating.
Absolutely. Let's unpack this with some specific examples. This is your go-to list, the core components of your healthy eating plan, designed to provide sustained energy and keep hunger at bay. For protein, think lean sources: chicken breast, turkey, eggs, plain Greek yogurt, tofu, tempeh salmon, or other fatty fish. Those are your building blocks. For healthy fats, incorporate sources like avocados, a variety of nuts, almonds, walnuts, seeds, chia, flax, olive oil, and again, fatty fish. Crucial for hormone health and energy.
Good fats are key.
They really are. When it comes to fiber-rich carbohydrates, focus on complex options: sweet potatoes, quinoa, oats, brown rice, legumes like beans and lentils, sustained energy and fiber, and of course plenty of veggies and fruits: spinach, broccoli, bell peppers, asparagus, berries, apples, citrus fruits. Aim for a rainbow of colors to get a broad spectrum of nutrients.
And to make healthy eating accessible and actionable, the guide provides some simple meal ideas. For breakfast, you could have scrambled eggs with maybe a quarter of an avocado and a slice of whole grain toast, or a bowl of Greek yogurt with berries and a sprinkle of nuts. Easy. Lunch could be a hearty grilled chicken salad with a variety of colorful vegetables and a light olive oil vinaigrette, or maybe a lentil soup with a side of whole grain bread. For dinner, consider a portion of baked salmon with a generous serving of roasted vegetables like broccoli and carrots, alongside a small portion of quinoa. And for satisfying snacks, an apple with a tablespoon of almond butter or a handful of mixed nuts with a piece of fruit are great options.
So what does this all mean for you, our listener? These are real, delicious, and easy-to-prepare meals that you can whip up without needing to be a gourmet chef or spend hours in the kitchen.
Keep it simple.
Exactly. It's about practical application and showing you that healthy eating doesn't have to be complicated, restrictive, or bland. These examples empower you with actionable ideas that fit into a busy life, ensuring you're fueling your body optimally without feeling overwhelmed.
A critical pro tip woven throughout this entire journey and specifically highlighted here is meal prep for consistency.
Yes, meal prep.
Prepping your meals, or at least components of your meals, ahead of time means you always have a healthy option readily available. This can drastically reduce the mental effort of making healthy choices during the week. It saves you precious time, alleviates decision fatigue, and most importantly, prevents those unhealthy impulse decisions when hunger strikes and you're short on time or energy.
Happens to the best of us.
It really does. It's truly a cornerstone of sustainable, healthy eating. It transforms, I don't have time to eat healthy, into, I always have something nutritious ready.
Yeah.
Even something as simple as chopping veggies for the week or cooking a batch of grains can make a huge difference.
Okay, now let's pivot to perhaps the most crucial aspect of any lasting health journey, the mental game. Because staying motivated is truly half the battle, if not more.
Right. Oh, absolutely. Exactly. One excellent strategy highlighted in the challenge is to find an accountability partner. What's fascinating here is the sheer power of social support. Sharing your journey with a friend, a family member, a colleague, or even engaging with an online community can dramatically increase your adherence to the plan and provide crucial encouragement when your motivation inevitably dips, because it will sometimes.
Normal.
Totally normal. Knowing someone is checking in on you, that you're not alone in your efforts, or that you have someone to share your successes and challenges with can make a monumental difference in staying on track. It creates a kind of positive social pressure and shared experience that really fosters resilience.
Here's where it gets really interesting and ties back to what we discussed earlier. Tracking progress beyond the scale is absolutely vital for mental motivation. Remember those non-scale victories. This is where they truly shine. Actively notice and celebrate your energy levels throughout the day. Are they more stable? Is your strength improving in your workouts or daily tasks? How is your mood? Are you sleeping better? Is your confidence growing?
All those things.
This reinforces the idea that true health isn't just about a fluctuating number on a scale. It's about how you feel and function in your daily life. These are the profound wins that truly matter and provide sustained internal motivation.
Building on that, it's equally important to celebrate small wins along the way. Every workout you complete, every healthy meal you choose, every extra glass of water you drink, every new habit you successfully establish, these are all victories. They count.
Acknowledge them.
Yes, acknowledging and celebrating these small achievements, no matter how minor they seem, builds momentum and provides positive reinforcement. This internal reward system makes the entire journey more enjoyable. It reinforces your commitment and prevents you from feeling overwhelmed by the larger goal. Treat yourself maybe to a new workout top or a relaxing bath or a new book, rather than falling back on old, less healthy habits as a reward.
And finally, when it comes to maintaining motivation over the long haul, the challenge emphasizes a crucial mindset shift. Be flexible.
Yes. This raises an important question about perfectionism, which can be the ultimate enemy of progress in health journeys. A truly sustainable plan accounts for human imperfection, because life happens. If you miss a day of exercise, or if you have an off meal or even an off day, the key isn't to feel guilty, beat yourself up, or throw in the towel completely. That's the perfectionist trap.
Avoid the trap.
Avoid it. Instead, the focus is on developing resilience and the ability to pivot back to your healthy habits quickly and without self-recrimination. One missed workout doesn't undo weeks of effort. It's simply a moment. What truly matters is what you do next.
So what does this all mean for you? Don't let one off meal or missed workout derail your entire week, or worse, your entire challenge. It's about progress, not perfection.
Say it with me.
Progress, not perfection.
Love that. Progress, not perfection.
Embrace the journey with self-compassion. Understand that setbacks are a natural part of any learning process, and focus on getting back on track at your very next opportunity. Consistency over time, even with a few bumps along the road, is far more powerful and effective than sporadic, unsustainable perfection. This flexibility is what truly makes a plan adaptable to real life.
Okay, let's dedicate some time now to debunking some pervasive weight loss myths, the ones that often trip people up and reinforce that critical thinking we value so much here on the Deep Dive. These myths can create unnecessary anxiety and lead to unsustainable practices.
Good idea. First up, the incredibly widespread myth. You have to cut carbs completely to lose weight. We hear this all the time.
All the time. And what's fascinating here is the nuance. This myth is pervasive, but the source material clarifies. Carbohydrates are not the enemy. In fact, quality carbohydrates provide essential energy for your body and brain, as well as crucial fiber for digestive health and satiety.
Quality carbs, that's the key phrase.
Exactly. The focus should be on quality carbs like quinoa, brown rice, oats, sweet potatoes, whole fruits, rather than refined grains, white bread, sugary cereals, and processed snacks. Completely eliminating carbs can leave you feeling drained, irritable, and often leads to intense cravings, making your plan unsustainable and potentially impacting your mood and energy negatively. It's about distinguishing between the nutrient-rich, complex carbohydrates that fuel you and the refined, sugary carbs that offer mostly empty calories.
Okay, another common myth. You need to do hours and hours of cardio to lose weight. Just live on the elliptical.
Right. While cardio is fantastic for heart health, if your primary goal is fat loss and a more toned physique, strength training is your secret weapon.
We keep coming back to that.
Because it's so important. As we discussed, strength training burns more fat long-term by building lean muscle, which increases your resting metabolic rate. It also creates that significant afterburn effect we mentioned, the EPOC. The most effective approach, as recommended by the challenge, is actually to mix both cardio and strength training for the best overall results. Cardio for cardiovascular health and endurance, and strength training for muscle building, metabolism boosting, and body sculpting. You don't need endless hours of either. Intelligent, consistent application of both yields superior results.
And finally, a myth that has dictated many people's dinner schedules for years. Eating late at night makes you gain weight. That 7 p.m. cutoff thing.
Oh, the dreaded cutoff time. This raises an important question about calorie timing versus overall intake. The critical factor for weight management is your total caloric and nutrient intake over a 24-hour period, and the quality of those calories, not just the specific time you eat them.
Total intake, yeah.
Your body's metabolism doesn't simply shut down after 7 p.m. or whatever arbitrary time people pick. If you stick to balanced meals and snacks within your total daily caloric needs, regardless of the time, that's what truly matters for weight management.
So what does this all mean for you? A healthy, balanced snack before bed, like Greek yogurt with berries or a handful of almonds, is perfectly fine if you're genuinely hungry.
If you're actually hungry.
Right. It's the large, unhealthy, processed feast at midnight, maybe eaten out of boredom or stress. That's the issue. That often leads to overconsumption and poor food choices, not the timing itself. It's about the content of your food and your total daily intake and balance that truly influences weight, not some magical cutoff time on the clock. Tag provocative thought and wrap up.
You know, if we connect this to the bigger picture, this entire deep dive isn't just about fluctuating weight loss numbers on a scale. Not really. It's about a profound, empowering shift towards a healthier, more vibrant lifestyle, one that doesn't feel like a chore or a constant battle. It's about arming you, our listener, with practical tools, a deeper understanding of your body, and the crucial element of self-compassion to make choices that truly serve your well-being for the long haul. It's about developing a kinder, more effective relationship with your health.
Here's where it gets really interesting, I think. The ultimate enduring takeaway from this challenge, from this whole philosophy, is that consistency triumphs over perfection every single time.
Every single time.
It's about the small, repeatable actions that compound over time. Those little things add up. So with that in mind, what small, realistic habit could you truly commit to starting today? Right now, something that would set the tone for your own 30-day journey, knowing that every single small step builds to something significant and lasting. Start small, be consistent, and trust the process.
We've covered a substantial amount today, haven't we? From setting realistic, meaningful goals and preparing your environment, to a week-by-week blueprint for building sustainable habits, and even debunking some common myths. Remember, every step counts, and this challenge is designed to be a powerful launchpad for a lifetime of improved health, not just some temporary fix.
Absolutely. And if you're looking for more clear, practical, and highly actionable articles on fitness, nutrition, and wellness, to continue your learning journey and really support these new habits, we highly recommend checking out bfit.ai. It's a fantastic free resource that aligns perfectly with the kind of insights we've explored today, providing the detailed, science-backed guidance you might need.
Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into sustainable wellness. We truly hope you feel empowered, informed, and ready to take control of your health, one realistic, consistent step at a time.
That's all for today's deep dive. We really appreciate you tuning in, and we look forward to exploring more fascinating topics with you next time, right here on Radio BFit. Stay well.
Bye, everyone. Stay healthy.
Wow.